taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Is Mr. Boxing is better than fucking MMA tonight. If you know who I am, you know who I am.
Yeah, you know, if you know who he is, and you know that boxing better than MMA. Now, I like MMA. Don't get it twisted though, but you know, some of you MMA cats were wilding out. You've been wilding out for some months now. So
y'all was getting carried away, so we just gonna rub it in y'all fucking faces today. Like, don't you ever forget that boxing owns you niggas. ever. We gonna make a fucking orbital bone. Remix. But yeah. I mean, it's Shutterworth, the God, Go Artist, RingGameRadio.com in the building. And yes, boxing's still greater than MMA, nigga. Fuck what you think. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King People, Digga Boxing in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. I second those sentiments. Boxing is greater than MMA times 3. Just saying. And I was actually watching some MMA this Saturday. Very rough to watch. Like, some of that stuff is, as the great Bob Arum once said, you know, they like to roll around on the floor like homosexuals. No, I'm good. That stuff is not for me. Like, I can watch some of it, but like, then once they spend like 5 minutes just doing takedowns, just rolling on the floor, I'm like, okay, can we get up? Can we get back to the throwing hands part? Or are we just gonna sit there and you're gonna dry hump each other on the dang mat? No, I'm good on that. Please.
I mean, I don't mind if niggas is slamming and reversing and it's a fast pace. You're seeing the whole repertoire, but when it be that standstill shit, that you just on the floor humping and shit, and like it's a Bobby Brown video, nah.
That's worth a ban. You know, that is worth a ban. You are not going to come into the bodega slamming people and dry humping them. No, you could slam them, sure, but no, we're not going to sit down for 5 minutes just getting in headlocks and just hugging each other.
And don't even mount that nigga, cause that's kind of even like pause worthy too, nigga. Like why you gotta mount a nigga to swing on him? Like the fuck out of here! Like you about to just imagine a nigga getting on a horse and then he starts swinging on the back of the horse head. Like what the fuck? What kind of damn Bo Diddley bullshit is this? All that fugazi ass shit, nigga. You better stand on your feet and fight like a motherfucking man, nigga.
Yo, you niggas is wilding, yo.
And yes, by the way, Anthony Manzano, yes, I am Latino. I am Puerto Rican, so yes. I am so.
Oh!
You would be correct there. Oh, and one more banning. One more banning. And that's people that, if you want to sit there and brag about how you were shot as a kid, like, no. We are not gonna do that. Oh well, you know these. Oh, you anime. You guys are some anime goofballs. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't watching anime at 15. I was busy out in the streets getting shot. I'm like, wait, what? Like who brags?
Like you was a victim, that? Nigga.
Like, what is it cool to be the victim, nigga? Like, you know,
I mean, if you like, it's like if you was gonna say it, don't add the victim part, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So instead of spinning the block on your ops, you decided to get on Twitter and just try to bully anime watchers. No. You's a victim. No.
Right?
We don't need that in the bodega.
That nigga got packed up so bad. Like the quote tweets I was seeing with that shit, niggas is like, you know who didn't stand for that? Killing me with that shit. Oh man, that shit was hilarious. Yeah, there ain't no victim bragging here, nigga.
Yeah, like Jadakiss said, what is it cool? What is it cool to get shot and not shoot back? Like,
yeah, I'm saying like.
But then beef with a whole bunch of other niggas who had nothing to do with it. Like that's even worse. Nigga literally went inside the house and like kicked his little brother and sister's fort over. turned off Cartoon Network to Dragon Ball. What the fuck is Ronin Warrior? What the fuck is Yu Hakusho? You know how to hack you niggas like nigga bleeding and shit like nigga. Oh, that was classic. That's a good one, Kick. Damn.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious, yo. But yeah, no, ain't no bitch ass niggas, no victims here, dude. You banned from the bodega. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Edward Fly's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. Ring Game Radio, boxing always better than MMA. You know that. It's fine.
Yeah. There's Conscious Pilot stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? So yeah, man. We coming off Friday Knockout Chaos, and before we get into the main event stuff or whatnot. But first of all, this event was the first time I really felt like there was a little bit too much fucking talking in between the fights. Like, I'm sorry.
Like trying to tell y'all. Hold on. Let me get the comments real quick just before we
word.
start. Earn with her. Yeah, salute. I disagree. Probably be knowing this shit for the most part. Like 80%. But Anthony Mazzano, what it do? Salute. Congratulations on becoming a uncle. Salute to the baby girl. What's up? Get a little boxing glove so you can. I mean, yeah, that's Bodega P God. John's daughter, what it do? Ring Gang, salute to the crew. LP, what it do? Salute Jersey, nigga. Yes, sir. Like, that's what rap music is today. These rappers brag about getting shot most of the time. It wasn't even a rapper. It was a fucking kid.
I know, right?
That's the worst part. Like, oh my God. Like, don't brag on those street shit and you the victim, nigga. That's just wow. But yeah. Started off King Pat.
Pat Scorpio, nigga.
Yeah, Pat Scorpio.
And then Henny God salute, guy. Indeed, boxing is great at MMA. I guess because he came in on the humble, so I had to acknowledge him. But yeah, unlike with Dave Reckoning, I didn't feel the talking was. I felt like it did flow. Knockout Chaos did not flow like that in terms of because there was too much fucking talking in between, like way too much fucking talking.
How you see that and you don't see that with the knockout? That shit was 8 fights in 8 hours.
Honestly, no. Because Dave Reckoning, the shit went on a little long. Well, the first 4 fights, they were kind of, they were knockouts, but I didn't feel like that shit was like,
the second half was dragging bro.
At least the Day of Reckoning, there was more fights that I cared about. Honestly, most of these fights on the Knockout Chaos, I did not care about. So then
there's only like maybe 3 fights niggas cared about.
So you're gonna have fights that I don't care about and then have them drag. No, I would under normal circumstances I would have changed the channel. But no, I was like, you know what, whatever. Thankfully I was at work, so I was able to do actual work. So I didn't have to completely be glued to my phone. Like, no, this is boring. Skip to the next fight, please.
I will say this though, in the prelims though, I would say Tyson Fury's brother Roman doesn't have it. You should like I said, the Furies they're all a mixed bag. For every Tyson and Huey Fury, you got Tommy Fury and then Roman Fury who he doesn't have it. Like boy almost lost to a goddamn journeyman. Like he doesn't have it. Like they shouldn't even bring him over. Like and then obviously Chamberlain and Gwyn, that was a beatdown and a half, and then fucking Kevin Lorena. Thankfully, he didn't blow my parlay because I would have been pissed if he scored that late round knockout against Cooney. Because that I needed him to stay on his fucking feet. However, the first knockout really Madrimov and Kurbanov. Shout out to Madrimov who laid an ass whooping on Kurbanov. Because that motherfucker got his comeuppance because, he got, Kurbanov was known for the Liam Smith robbery and the Sorrow robbery, fights that he should have lost, but, they gave him because it was in Russia. So now he was forced to fight for a title outside the neutral territory and Madrimov beat his fucking...
Yeah, because he gets to be in Russia where he gets more successful robberies than the inside man. Like, it's ridiculous.
It was fucking ridiculous because ain't no fucking way. Like this guy, he's not that good to be getting these fucking to be giving the fights to him.
Sucks. Honestly, Kurbanov sucks to me. Paul.
Yeah, he does. He does suck.
Good.
Yeah. And Madrimov showed him that there was levels to this. He beat the fuck out of him. Like, it was no defense. Like, he was using a piss poor shell. And Madrimov was throwing the most telegraphed overhand rights and blasting him over the head.
He hit him with that Madonna over.
Yeah, that Madonna punch.
And I'm still like so on Madrimov. Like, I like him, but I'm not sure how much I like him. But like, he definitely looked very impressive. But then again, I mean, he was against that trash guy. He made a statement, so I'll salute him for that.
Yeah, no, I knew because once because that fight didn't happen because the British Board of Control because they're the ones who KO'd that fight with Baumgartner and the chick that had
Kurbanov almost got another successful robbery.
Yeah,
this time
exactly.
the fight not happening. Like,
yeah, but luckily,
keep getting away with this.
No, luckily,
I used to call him Midrimov because I saw him go to war with some African jobber, but it might be a new player at 154. Like, I mean, I think he's a true champion.
He has the WBA belt because now the WBA put Jamel Charlo as champion in recess. I mean, Charlo at this point has none of his physical belts. Like, I assume like he's gonna have to figure out after he's done spending the Canelo payday what he's gonna fucking do. Like, all 4 belts are gone from dude. So it's like,
I'm assuming he's done. I'm assuming if we ever see Jamel again, it'll be at 160. I think he's done at 154. That's my opinion. I
mean, truthfully, you might as well go ahead and Jamel Charlo put in more. I mean, dude is this generation's Terry Norris with how many opponents and how much work he's put in at 154.
I mean, he was one of the greatest super welterweights of all time. I'd say.
It's probably time for him to go up. Because like. Yeah, so but right now, it's good at matchup. Like Eddie Hearn though was a fucking because it keeps on winning because for like he got a second champion in a week's time. Shit, so yeah, he has a 154 belt in his champion in his roster. So salute to Madrimov for finally exposing Kurbanov for what he is, trash.
He just was. I mean, I'm not gonna because he was fighting a little bit. I mean, he was a little hesitant at first, but he was finding a little bit of success. If you watched it, he found a little bit of success before he got bodied.
Well, no, Madrimov adjusted because he did have a little success, but Madrimov adjusted and Kurbanov couldn't keep up with his angles or anything. Couldn't keep up with nothing and couldn't defend nothing either. Like he got overwhelmed by dude. And I was like, that's what you get when you fight out of Russia. You're not, you don't have the home cooking judges, waiting to save your ass. However, though, the next fight with Nick Ball and Ray Vargas, I'm sorry that this first of all, I'm pissed because this fight broke my parlay. Like this shit busted my whole parlay with that fucking draw. There was not a fucking draw. Now, I admit it was a tale of 2 halves. Like Vargas won the first half, and then Ball won the second half. But Ball won his second half with 2 fucking knockdowns. Like,
I thought Ball won. I ain't gonna lie. Even though
Ball won that goddamn fight.
I mean, well, the first knockdown, didn't think was a knockdown. He kind of threw him. Like the second one was definitely a knockdown. The first one was very questionable.
Well,
I didn't think
Ball
that
fought dirty, too.
Well, it wasn't like, but then it wasn't like you see Vargas was giving up his hands, fucking like holding the shit. How you have like a 6-7 inch height advantage and you fighting the way that he was fighting? Like, you serious? Like, no jab and let Ball, because when Ball eventually started getting in there, Ball was killing him. And then Vargas, he was trying because Vargas, his big ass was trying to throw body shots at a little dude, like. And first of all, that sight was kind of like that shit was fuckery to me just to even see him actually do that, But I'm just like, but he let Ball come in his wheelhouse over and over again and blast him with shots, and get like that. And it got to the point too where Vargas fucking spat at his mouthpiece and threw it in the fucking crowd. Like, I'm pretty sure you should get docked points for that because I don't think you're supposed to do that.
But Vargas was boxing him up. Like, I was the first few rounds, I was like, God damn, because I was going for Ball. Ball's my dude from the UK, and I ain't gonna lie, the first 5 rounds or so, he was getting schooled and beat up.
Yeah, but Ball made it a fight though, because Ball roughed him up, and like I said, Ball really made it a fight, and it got to the point where Vargas really tried to put him away, but couldn't, because Vargas hasn't knocked out anyone since like 2016, 2017. He hasn't knocked anybody out.
Yeah. He's just proceeded to give us boring after boring after boring fights. Yeah, no. Knockout. No, he just puts us to sleep with his horrible fighting.
But not this fight. This fight wasn't boring though. It was definitely not a boring fight.
Yeah, well, now his last couple of fights haven't been, because now his opponent has made him not fight.
They've been trying to put their foot in his ass.
Yeah,
I mean, going from a washed dog bay to a fucking 6 foot, pedigreed champion is kind of a big leap.
Yeah, well, because Dog Bay and Ball are damn near the same height, so that's the reason.
I mean, competition wise,
and similar and have similar fighting styles.
Like, yeah, exactly.
they're both that's true.
Yeah, though, but when that judge said 113, nigga, I almost threw my fucking table at the fucking wall. I was so fucking.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, I was pissed, because that's like, because I had it on a ball decision, like that like I was like that I needed that, like, and that was the only prop that blew my parlay. That shit cost me $4,600, nigga. Like that I was pissed that like that shit happened. Like Ball won that fucking fight, like, and Vargas was trying to say that he wants to run that back. To run it back in the UK or whatever the fuck. He's not gonna run that shit back. You kidding me? Yeah, Vargas got fucked up. He's not running that shit back. He's not in the least.
Hey, salute Android. What it do?
Andrew said AJ started the weekend out right, which he did, and Ball's a dirty fighter. Hey, I mean, the results were there. Like, he had
to switch it up because it wasn't working before.
Yeah, it wasn't working before, and Vargas had all the physical advantages. It chose not to use them or utilize them the way he's supposed to. It's only a matter of time before he loses that belt too. But I was not happy that motherfucker that kept his belt. He should have lost.
I think Vargas isn't the champion anymore. I think it was for a vacant because he dropped it when he moved up. So the vacant.
No, he was still a featherweight.
No, he still had the belt. Yeah, he's still.
He didn't drop.
He's still the champ.
Huh, I thought it was vacant. Okay.
Yeah, no, he fought for the super featherweight and he lost against Shaki Foster, but he still had the featherweight title that he won from Maxell.
He moved that down, huh? I thought that was for a vacant. Well, either or.
Yeah,
he still had the belt.
He still has it, but Yeah, I was hoping that maybe it would be one of those cases where the judges said, "Hey, we have a mistake in the scoring, and Nick Ball really won," and then FanDuel will say, "Okay, yep, we reversed that," and then in a couple.
So hold on, who won? Vargas?
No, it was a draw.
It was a draw.
A
draw.
Yeah. That's why I nearly threw my fucking table against the wall, because I had to stop. Because I had a Ball decision, and he should have won that decision. So that's what I'm saying. Vargas is now, he's like top 3 in terms of enemies right now. Like, I have to see him lose now, and like next fight, I don't care how, if it's even someone that Vargas is.
Welcome to the club, because Vargas has been persona non grata for me. So welcome to the club.
I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, the Maxell fight, it's one thing. I mean, he showed grit in that fight. It's whatever. I mean, and Foster beat him like clear, like it was like on some basic boxing shit. But Ball outworked his ass. Ball put his foot in his ass. And usually, it's bad when I'm cheering for a smaller fighter. Like them LB size niggas. Like, I'm cheering for them to beat a taller nigga's ass. Like, how bad that shit is.
I'm particularly when it comes to my British fighters, like him and who I think Dalton Smith's fighting this week. Like, at least Nick Ball got the ball. His pause, no opponent, double entendre. At least he made it dirty to try to win the fight. Some of these niggas in the UK will just.
Hey yo.
I'm saying sometimes these British niggas don't have the gumption to go for it when they're losing. So at least Ball tried to,
Yeah, he did.
Now, that makes a good point, though. He's right. A lot of them niggas is just too passive sometimes.
Yeah, he tried to at least make a difference, even though I saw a lot of complaints about it being dirty. So Android's not not being different with that, because I did see a lot of people say, "Oh, Nick Bole's fucking dirty" and all this shit. But
you gonna call him dirty? Make sure you calling fucking Katie Taylor dirty. Y'all UK niggas love to pick and choose who y'all call dirty.
Y'all fucking dirty. Yo, that last Katie Taylor fight, dirty with the capital D.
Dirty. Nigga. That shit would make Josh Warrington proud.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, dirtier than his last fight.
Shit, Redman can make a song of how dirty Katie Taylor was in that fight, nigga. Shit. You know what I mean? So,
facts.
Yeah. See, Andrew, you're lucky because I guess wherever you bet on, the draw, because I didn't pick the draw, so my shit was not voided. That shit was an L. Like, that shit was like, your parlay is gone. Bye bye. But 4K. Yeah, it was because I was picking. Because I picked a couple upsets, and I picked a couple, because I know the ball and also the next one with Parker and Zhang too, because Parker was the underdog in that shit, and I got that one too, and I was pissed. But that fight I expected a little bit more fireworks from, but at least I could understand. There was two things. Number one, Zhang, I don't know who's in this fucking camp with his nutrition or whatever. But his big ass should have never been 291 pounds. I don't know what it is with some of these heavyweights thinking that just because they 6'6", they can wave 300 pounds in the fucking ring. Like, you're not that optimal. You know, Big Baby tried it already, and he had to be on power pellets in order to actually make that shit work. And when he wasn't, this motherfucker was panning like a fucking animal out there, getting his brain rocked by Dubois. You know what I mean? So. Zhang's weight is the reason why that motherfucker lost the fight. But that motherfucker also... If
he was 20 pounds lighter and could move around a little bit better, he probably wins. Or make a draw at least.
Yeah, and there are fights where Zhang has been far more... Hell, even in the Hrgovic fight, that motherfucker was active. Like, that motherfucker was giving Hrgovic hell.
Y'all think Parker basically won 9... I mean, would it be 9-3 basically since he got knocked down twice? Would y'all say Parker...
And that's the other thing. Zhang got that George Foreman power. That motherfucker hits hard.
Zhang could crack because he's got some phenomenal power.
Stylistically, I do see Foreman in him a little bit. I mean, he ain't no Foreman, but stylistically.
Between Wilder and Zhang, Parker was doing a really good job in both fights of putting them in position where they couldn't really land cleanly flushed. Because even in the Zhang fight, Zhang wasn't landing a lot of flush shots, but even the grazing shots were hurting Parker. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? You can see he's clearly getting hurt by shots that are kind of grazing him. I'm like, what is going on? Then the shots that were flush dropped Parker.
Parker had a broken nose. The first knockdown, you see his face had blood and shit like that. That motherfucker got fucked up off that first knockdown. And then the second one too. The second one was it looked like a flash, but nah, that dude.
Earn where Hearn off of pure punching, Zhang hits harder than AJ. Zhang
what it is, I think Zhang has more snap in his shots, whereas AJ shit is thudding.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got. But it's AJ got to sit on it a little bit. AJ's got to sit on it a little bit.
He does, but AJ could crack too, though, man. And he could crack with more different shots. AJ could crack with the uppercut.
Like Pat was saying, when I was watching the Zhang fight, I was I'm not saying he's Foreman. I'm saying stylistically, he fights similar to Foreman in the sense where he's not really lazy. You think he's lazy, but the power comes out.
Yes, he's lazy.
He's incredibly lazy.
You know what I mean?
Lazy as a motherfucker.
But the power is just there without it trying it. So he's kind of
he kind of wings it. He does try to box and set up his shots, but the way Parker was fucking picking them apart, basically, and I'm kind of fucking pissed at dude because he could have stopped Zhang. He could have went for it, but these guys are so big and he just trying to win. He ain't really putting the hurt on him like he could. Although he was landing some hard shots on Zhang throughout the fight. He was ripping some combos, but...
It's like that flurry on Wilder. Remember that flurry on Wilder? Wilder was in trouble for a second.
Yeah, no, he does. It's just these guys be tired at the end and he doesn't really beat them up like he could. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the different eras of heavies. Like in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, this fight would have went 12.
Yeah, no.
Niggas would have let off shots by it's like some type of damn combination would have ran on this.
Yeah, but part of me thinks that Parker felt that power and decided that he had to be super careful. Whereas he didn't feel Wilder's power like that. Like he boxed the fuck out of Wilder, but
because Wilder was too easy to box, dude. All Parker had to do was just basically dunk the right hand, and he would clinch him. It's like he just kept doing that in boxing. He had to work a little more with Zhang. That's why the fight with Zhang was a little better to watch, because he was throwing shots to the body constantly. He was throwing hooks from the outside. He would land straight rights, lead rights. So he was really working them shots. Every now and then he would whip some hard combos, but I feel like the end at the last 3 rounds, which I think I picked him to stop 11.
Yeah, you did.
But like the prop bet, was the whole 10, 11, 12. That's when he should have really stayed on Zhang and just Sean Porter him to death.
Either that or punish his body, because Zhang's body was
exactly
soft,
like some Lamar
soft.
Peterson shit. Just lean on him and punish the body. You right?
Yeah. Because opposite, because Zhang has that big troglodyte caveman head, yo. I don't think he can be really hurt by shots that quick to the head like that.
Like, he was buzzed a couple times by Parker. Like I thought Parker had hurt him one time in the mid rounds. Like I think it was a little off balance, but you could tell by his expression was like, oh shit, he didn't like that. So I'm like, Parker definitely could have damn like put more of a hurt. It's a style thing too, because it's not necessarily punches gotta hurt somebody. It's how the punches are coming at you.
Right.
Like if you're weighed down, somebody's leaning on you or somebody's up close, and they could just keep rattling off little volleys every 10 seconds, and you're already tired and you're big and you're heavy, and you can't lean on him because he's pushing you off about working your body, so you get fucked either way. Yeah, you're gonna end up damn tripping over yourself, falling, like it's shit like that. That's the only thing I'm saying. I mean, I'm nitpicking, but Parker won. He's all around just better fighter.
Yeah, but Zhang just didn't give himself the best chance to win. Like Andrew, Zhang said Zhang got way too overconfident and then started looking for a perfect shot. Yeah, he did. Because he was like, okay, I can touch him at any single time, and bam, he goes down. But Zhang didn't want to work. He didn't want to do no type of work to work on his power side. He was just like, not even a jab, no activity, just plodding forward. I'm just like, and the weight had something to do with it.
He was hoping Parker got lazy too, though.
Well, the weight, and also he's notorious. We always talk about his gassing kind of trash. So
yeah, and them body shots ain't help, because that's one thing Parker did. He worked the body the whole fight, and a lot of times Zhang couldn't fucking dominate a whole round. He would look good for the first minute, then he'd lose the second and the third minute.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah,
he almost had it. Like if he loses 25 pounds, more active, he wins this fight. It's one of those fights where I know people say like, man, y'all always be saying just throw more punches. But literally some fights are just easy enough to see where throwing more punches would make the difference. And you can't tell me you win it in this fight. Like,
right. Yeah, and Erwin Hearn, I thought Parker could have finished Wilder and Zhang if he didn't play it safe. He definitely could have finished Wilder, but with the Wilder, he when he was trying to, he smothered his work too much. And that was the problem. Like, he had Wilder ready to go. He just smothered his work too much and let Wilder kind of tie him up, and and that was that. And Wilder survived. Yeah, Zhang was like, he buzzed him, and he had him, but he just wouldn't go in to finish him. Yeah,
like he didn't really work on it. Like, he wasn't like, how Bird was like really whooping on McCline in the champ rounds, where till you had McCline was really out on his feet, like. Yeah, and Bird just like he couldn't. Just a big motherfucker. You holding up trying to work combos. So
Yeah, and Bird was doing that because Bird had been fighting for his life since round 1, and Bird was like he had to do it because he
changed the dynamic. He had to change the whole dynamic though.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah, and that's what.
Well, you can say Parker was fighting for his life too. Like every time he got touched, he was getting dropped and shit. Bird got dropped one time, and then these niggas was battling until Bird just kind of started taking over, and McCline got tired. But
yeah,
Zhang ain't, dude. Okay, I'd give you this back. If Zhang fought as hard as McCline did, he wins that fight.
Yeah.
Easily. Not easily, but he wins.
Unfortunately, Zhang doesn't have any type of gas. Like his gas tank is horrible.
Yeah,
he's like he's like a dang Bugatti that can only go like 30 meters and then just runs out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, I know
it's a great 30 meters though. Like.
I mean, I know Zhang is 40, but someone needs to tell him that 291 isn't the wave. Like he should be a lot lower, at least 30 something pounds lower, somewhere around there. Like,
he need to do some cardio because I mean, ain't he Chinese, right?
Yeah,
the motherfuckers love basketball. Why he ain't running with them niggas? Like, get your big ass on a fucking run on some grass.
A pic with him and Yao Ming. I don't know how there's no picture of him and Yao Ming together. I'd expect them to have a collab by now or something.
That too. Like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, y'all not promoting this nigga right. But that's what it is. He need to fucking he gotta drop. Like don't even look. They shouldn't even try to go crazy with it. Don't even look at it like, yeah, you gotta drop 50 pounds. This, that. Look, focus on taking off fucking 10 pounds. And taking it off clean, where you're like now 281, but you're used to 281. Like you can't just eat a sandwich and you go back up to 290. Like nah, well you're used to, like your body's already adjusted. Like that's how you really lose weight and keep it off. Like you gotta like stay at 281 for like a week or two, and then push for 270.
Yeah,
you do it in 10-pound increments, like every 2 weeks. He could take that off, like nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and you could do it without. Hopefully, you can do it without dehydrating himself. Like,
you goddamn walrus looking motherfucker. Hell, of course he can. Like nigga, like dude, like losing weight, like and a lot of what he got on is water weight. First of all, that's why I know you could do it in the 10-pound intervals. Like that water weight. If you do that shit, like, you get that water weight off quick.
Yeah.
And that's all it really is. Like because if he, and now that's the thing. Remember, if he's lifting at the same time and still doing his boxing workout, he take off that water weight. He gonna start toning up anyway. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it was disappointing. But apparently, Andrew says there's a rematch clause, and Zhang, and truthfully, there really shouldn't be one. I don't think there should be one, but I mean, I won't. I mean, if they're gonna fight again,
it was close enough to where it's a majority decision,
right? Yeah,
it's close. I mean, think about it. We're literally saying Zane could have won this if he channeled Jamil McCline of all people. Like that. That's literally what we're saying. Mm-hmm. And didn't McCline lose a majority decision?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but to me, I think Parker. I think Parker should be rewarded because now Parker is now clearly a top.
True. You're right.
Yeah, because Parker threw himself into the fire with facing a Wilder and facing Zhang, and came out there smelling like roses. So it's like, yeah, like I like to see him he deserves a better fight.
Yeah, honestly, like. Parker got a case, like if he becomes a heavyweight champion again, if he wins a belt, like he really has a good case for I don't know. He just got a case.
Don't say it. I know
no, I'm just saying. I don't know what he got a case of damn donuts. He got a case of baseball cards. He got a case of comic books.
Case of Heineken.
Betts. Yeah, he got a case. I don't know.
I know what you mean, but I know some people are complaining. Oh man, he's getting decisions and all this. The heavyweight fight, but he's winning the fight, so it's not like not like you get him.
Oh my god!
But I'm not me. I don't care. People are complaining. I see people complaining about this legitimately. I'm just saying.
I mean, because niggas is, you know what? Like, they gotta understand, as the underdog, it's a little different. Like, even I said I was nitpicking, like, goddamn, like first of all, he was the underdog to two of the biggest punchers in the division, back to back.
Literally two of the top knockout artists,
I'll tell you one thing, like, Wilder ain't fighting no damn two of the hardest punchers back to back.
Hell no.
Has Zhang fought two of the hardest punches back to back? He fought the nigga who could take the hardest punches, allegedly, back to back. So it's like, that's different. Like, this nigga Parker lost to the nigga who could take the best punches, and then ends up beating the niggas who could throw the hardest punches. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
How you beat Juggernaut? You lose the Juggernaut, but you beat Gladiator. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think it. What's up?
And the funny thing is, too, is Joyce is actually calling for the rematch. And again, of course, now Joyce, Joe Joyce is actually fighting this weekend.
Oh no, wait, Joe Joyce calling for a rematch with who?
He wants a piece of that pie. He wants a piece of that pie.
No, you said Parker?
Yeah.
He beat Parker. Why the fuck he want to rematch him?
He wants a piece of that pie. He wants a piece of that Saudi Arabia pie.
Nah, nigga. Fight Jared motherfucking Anderson, nigga. You gotta beat somebody. Like, even fight Johnny Rice, dude. Like, come on. Like, you gotta beat somebody before you just get back at that. Especially if you trying to get a payday, try to skip the line, and you already lost to that, and you already beat that dude. Like, what is this?
Yeah. I mean, that's Joe Joyce's best. It's his best win, but yeah, like I said, he hasn't won since. So it's like,
yeah, you can't just try to relive your best win. What the fuck? Like, no, get the fuck out of here.
It's hard to put Parker as the main event. I mean, he's like your reliable co-main, though. You can match him with any heavyweight. You can match him with any heavyweight you want.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Andy Ruiz would be asking for a rematch if he was serious.
Yeah, but Andy Ruiz, though, he's the only heavyweight that doesn't want to get this. He doesn't want to get no money. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to do nothing except he'll take doctored pictures, which shows him that angles looking lean like an Instagram thought. And then you see this motherfucker in real life, and he's he's King Hippo. You know what I mean? So, and I like Andy Ruiz. I always say Andy Ruiz has talent, but this motherfucker keeps squandering his talent.
He realized his potential for one night. One night only.
Yeah.
Wasted talent.
Yeah.
I'd never forgive him for what he did for this trainer. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, basically, when he got paid, this motherfucker was like, "Yeah, I'm rocking these chains. Look, listen, I don't need this trainer no more."
I mean, fried Snickers.
I'm throwing birthday parties and shit. I'm throwing fat ass birthday parties with Justin Bieber and everybody.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I was like, I don't like never clown niggas with like how they spend their money, but like you can tell that nigga was happy. Like I can't say that because what would I do if I got 10 million? Like, nigga, like I'd probably do some.
I did the same thing probably, but shit.
But nah, he was doing too much fat nigga shit. Like, as long as the bills paid, I could just train. Like, niggas would probably see me at like 135 or something.
I swear that motherfucker had 2 divorces since then. Like, he had 2 divorces for 3 kids.
Yeah, like niggas is going crazy with it, man. But yo, hold on, we got it. So, but shout outs to Parker. Just to wrap it up for his sake.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't get a rematch. I hope Parker, Parker need a rematch with Joshua. Ruiz need a rematch with Parker. Mm-hmm. So there is some type of, you got some rematches circulating, but he definitely deserves a big fight, a big money fight. But all the fights are difficult for him in that regard. But he's been fighting difficult niggas, so it ain't nothing.
Yeah, and that again, that's for you boxers like that. Because like I said, Parker got knocked the fuck out by Joyce. That was a brutal knockout he suffered, and he fought back. And he didn't waste no time. Like he fought frequently to get himself back to facing the Wilders and the Zangs to win those fights. That's a lesson for you fighters. That's Will, and that's he has to understand you got to fight to be better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he has a case.
Yeah.
I know Pilot up here on some case. No, don't say it. Don't say it. Nigga, I say what I want. Nigga, jeez. I'm just saying he got a case, nigga. Like, but you know he do. Especially if he wins it, dude. If Parker was to beat Usyk.
If he beat Usyk, yeah. But if he's never going to fight Fury, obviously, because obviously they're boys. But if he were to beat AJ or Usyk, yeah, then,
he might be number 2 for the era.
Yeah. I mean, he's having a hell of a second act. He's having a hell of a second act. Like,
yeah, he is.
I think most of us, especially I know he's relatively younger than the most of the heavyweights, but when he got stretched out by Joyce, most of us thought he was probably done, right? I mean, really, most of us thought, okay, he's going to be, kind of.
I looked at him like, Parker is quality, but it's more how he applies his skills. He's one of those guys. And I think leading up to that fight, he was a guy who I don't think always applied his skills the best. Now you're seeing him really apply his skills. Now we're just saying, okay, like maybe, beat up these guys a little more. But that's goalposts. I mean, he's underdog. Who else is fucking fighting Zhang and Wilder back to back? Like,
and Joyce after a few tune-ups, right?
So nah. But we got to get into this MMA shit, bro.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Oh, man. Shout out to Miss Rashid. What it do? Showing love, fellas. Salute. Appreciate that.
Miss Rashid. So yeah,
let's set this shit up, Pat.
Yeah, just to pace this, because since October, where one Gypsy King kind of disgraced himself and nearly cost the whole Creed 3 situation to go down, with damn near losing a decision, and most people thought he did fucking lose his fight to Francis Ngannou. The MMA pundits were kind of going, they were talking a little bit too slick about boxing. Like, from known MMA pundits to just your regular MMA cats on Twitter or some shit like that. They were really
even MMA fighters. It's like they was really being disrespectful.
Yeah, about boxing. See, that just shows you, boxing doesn't have all the talent. Ngannou can knock out anybody at heavyweight. And the WBC, they're complicit. It was like, yeah, we'll give him the top 10 ranking based off this, which was the wildest shit ever. Like, it
was wild, bro. But the fact that he got robbed, it was one of those moves I couldn't blame him.
Yeah.
Think about it. If that's your very first fight ever, God, and you and 90% of the niggas who watched it say you got robbed, and this is the lineal heavyweight champion, undefeated, nigga, I'm gonna probably look at you as top 10 right there.
Yeah, and this is where boxing, because this was on some sideshow shit. Like to me, because Fury had been fucking around too much, and I'm like, this nigga's on this sideshow shit again. And this motherfucker could have had this as an exhibition, but he decided, well, I'm gonna count this as my record. And although he won't lose his belt, he nearly lost the fucking fight, and he did lose the fucking fight to me. So it's just like, like I said, there was a lot of disrespect about boxers going MMA. They didn't respect it, so that made Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou a much bigger fight than it should have been, because it's just like, and Ngannou, we're not taking nothing away from Ngannou for what he did against Fury, because Fury disgraced himself. Fury got lumped up and everything, so Ngannou did what he had to do and he knocked him down. And then against Joshua, so now you have people like in the fight, the odds were so fucking close. Like it was like Ngannou was like plus 110. Like that shit is fucking crazy. Oh shit, DT3 the Boom Man, what's good, son? Like we see you on there, salute. Yeah,
hey, salute, God. What it do, DT3 the Boom Man?
Like the odds should have been like Ngannou should have been a big underdog, but no, it was like plus 110 or whatever. It was just like, and again, you could hardly win because Fury fucked around, and of course, it didn't help too. Where Ngannou, obviously, he was feeling it, and even during the build up to this, Fury was kind of talking trash, so Ngannou had to kind of threaten him, like, listen, like you're only safe within the rules of boxing. If you come at me like that outside of this shit, You know, and basically saying, I'm going to kill you straight up and down. And I'm just like, and what's the heavyweight champion? And Fury was like what the fuck Fury's going to say? Because, you know, Fury
was honestly low key looking a little shook. Like,
yeah,
I don't care what nobody is saying. Like, but I felt like he felt that like he was digesting them words. Like he was really like damn, like, all right,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like he was super subdued. Like,
yeah, like, that's the word, nigga. He's subdued. Like,
yeah, and then you know, and funny is too, because after that one, because he was one of the pundits for the card, and he was like, yeah, I gave a shite performance and all this like that. Like he could he didn't try to talk trash once, but you could tell that motherfucker was hating hard. Like he was. You know, he was like, man, you know, whatever, you know, but but I guess he didn't want Francis to say he can kill him outside the ring again, you know. So you know so you had the build up, you know, and Ngannou, you know, is basically, you know, they have the whole programming and stuff. You know, hey, you know, this is great. You know, MMA fighters can box too, and then Joshua is just pretty much being stoic, like, you know, like he's always been like these last couple of years, like he's just about his business. And then you get him in. Then you get both of them into the ring. And then
hold on, we gotta mention that that commercial they did was fire. Like,
yes,
and they predicted the knockout on that. Like, you know, y'all did, you know. So art imitating life imitating art, nigga, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah,
that shit was fire.
Yeah, like I said, the Saudis. I mean, like I said, they're you know, there's obviously some cons that people have about them, but one thing that it's universal is they know how to make a fucking commercial. Like, them shits is entertaining and creative as fuck. Like, that shit brought me back. I was like, god damn, this is some old arcade 1990s shit. Like,
and they going way balls to the wall, my nigga. Pause. Like, they really going overboard, over the top. Like, they trying to make the next Transporter 5 or some shit. Like,
yeah.
It's like, it's almost unnecessary, but it's fire. And I mean, that's false, Miss Bitch. I don't just bet on the light skinned fighters. That's only Keith Thurman. Like, if you light skinned and you from Florida, it's like, but if you from Florida, period, I got you. Like, I say that, so chill. But yeah, that commercial was crazy. But the American promoters need to somehow tap into that. Like,
yeah.
If Ring Gang Radio as a regular podcast is coming up with animation and dope little shit for our level, and we're doing it, we're not getting donations and, you know, thousands of dollars, you know, right. We doing this off the strength of us. There's no studio. I'm literally drawing 15 pictures so y'all can see a nigga throw a 1-2. Like, if we're doing shit like that, you can't tell me these promoters can't, you know, take 15 racks, you know, and be like, all right, hold on, let's see what we could do. Boom, boom, rent a green screen, whatever, get some rappers. Just can't come up with something like.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, Sony's even came up with a playable version of the commercial, which is even more fucking insane. Like, you know, it's like,
yeah, they. So I can't hate on them 100%. Like Pat said, they got their pros and their cons. And so that's one of they that's prolific bars.
Yeah.
But as for like the actual event, like the fight itself, I don't know how y'all niggas who the fuck said damn Femi was gonna damn box his way to a decision and keep away.
I think that was P, but I'm not gonna say no name.
Who said that shit?
I said he would box him and then probably get a late stoppage. Well, turns out he didn't. I'm glad he didn't.
Oh yeah, okay, because that shit, I could just imagine he was falling for every feint, nigga. Like,
I can feel that, but I mean, it seems like AJ, you know, because after the fight, right, AJ got his grab the mic, pause, you know, swagger back, you know, like where you grab the mic and talk to the crowd. We haven't seen that AJ in a while, you know, where he you know, he got his swagger back a little bit. I don't know, we'll see what he got.
Well,
next.
because number one, he easily worked someone where the lineal heavyweight champion struggled with mightily.
And the guy never been hurt in UFC. I watch UFC. I mean, he's never been rocked ever in UFC. So that was me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Ngannou has been submitted, has been decision, but it's hard to rock him in the fight. And he's fought with bad knees in the air. But Joshua showed him that there's levels with your hands. Like, yes, you know, you can be a good boxer for MMA fighter, which in Ngannou, like I said, he did this thing against Fury, though. But when you find a professional who's really in tune with the fight,
dialed in, yeah. Who's a puncher in every sense of the word, just like yourself.
But aside from the Usyk fight where he kind of had a breakdown or whatever, when's the last time AJ grabbed the mic, talked to the crowd with that swag? It's been a long time, I feel like. I don't know.
It's been a while, but he hasn't had a moment like this because, look, remember he's been building, like, Jermaine Franklin, he kind of looked mid as fuck. Like, and Franklin's quality, like, and he still looked mid against quality. Like, then he had the Hellenius bout where he kind of still looked mid, but you know, you saw he was trying to turn the corner. He did get a KO, which was brutal, but he was getting boxed up at moments, and I think his nose got bloodied. So still, it was a little past mid.
And then the Volin got him where he needed.
Volin was there, like you saw him. It was like it was like a series, like a movie, like it was like the Thor series, nigga, Like 1 was cool, like the 2 was better, then the 3 was real good. Like,
yeah, and people can say what they want, but Volin had good wins. Volin had took the champion to his limit and had just come off beating another monster puncher. So it's like, you know, you can't.
Yeah, AJ keep beating up everybody. Damn, Fury struggle with. If Fury go life and death with him, guarantee you, Joshua gonna just wipe his ass with him.
Yeah. And then Ngannou, God bless him too, but I don't think he trained with Mike Tyson for this fight, because I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson would have shown him, like, hey, you don't have to bite on all the fucking feints that Joshua was doing. Like,
dude, like, I don't know, bro, like, even the shorty I'm teaching the box now doesn't fall for the feints like this dude. And if one hand is going for it, not the whole, like, so it's like, damn, nigga, you supposed to be a striker. That's not even like boxing. That's more like, if you got hands, you kind of know that shit. So it just had me like,
I know PJ, because I think I talked with PJ briefly about this, and he was like, yeah, PJ couldn't believe how he was falling for the feints. I'm like, there's no one
easily.
Yeah. You know, and that's what led to the knockdowns. You know, because Ngannou kept on pawing with the, you know, you're not gonna paw, you can't paw your shots like that and bite on a feint and, you know, leave yourself open for a right hand to come right down the pike, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? But that's one thing I'll say about, like, I try to drill into people who, like, if you're inexperienced and you're fighting someone better than you, I feel like it's always better to just leave. Because you kind of take things in your own hands. You can kind of push them back. You can see what happens. Too many times they get caught up in that, let me see if I can box it, or let me see if I could land a counter. And it's like, dude, like, you're literally trying to just play a game that you have like 1% chance of winning at. Whereas if you go forward and just say, fuck it, and let me just work behind the jab and go for it, at least your chance is like maybe 5%.
Right.
You might could do something, but that way, like the Fury fight, I could tell kind of gassing Ngannou up too.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, because Ngannou damn near threw a Superman punch at Fury. Like, what? You know, he was feeling that because he was like, "Oh, I'm whooping the dude's ass." Like, I'm
talking about as far as how he approached Joshua, because it looked like his boxing skills regressed.
Yeah,
I'm like, God damn, in just one fight, nigga. Like, all you motherfuckers who was talking about, well, he'll beat Volin, he'll beat Chisora, he'll beat Dylan White. All you niggas who was saying that, like, y'all, I don't know now.
Yeah, y'all were loud.
Y'all looking bad.
Now, y'all were fucking loud about that shit. Like, you know, it was like, yeah, because, I mean, Fury just disgraced himself. Like, you know, but it's like, unless Ngannou was like some sort of boxing savant or something like that, that was like a 1 in a million type of thing that he did. And Joshua showed that there was real levels to that. Because the first knockdown, you can tell Ngannou was like, oh, damn, I've never been hit that hard before in my life. Like, he wasn't like buzzed, but you can tell it's like, oh, shit. Let me get up and try to fight. But luckily, it was near the end of the round The second knockdown, though, that motherfucker was halfway in the bushes. Like he was already in Queer Street. Like bro was like, wait a minute, because he got up to his feet. You can tell the eyes don't lie. That motherfucker was gone.
Each knockdown was harder than the last one. Like
yeah,
it's like in Street Fighter how you have like I think jab, like strong, then fierce. Mm-hmm. That nigga was getting dropped by each button. Like I think the first one like jab, like oh shit, fierce, like oh
yeah,
strong, bow.
Yeah, and dude, in fact, honestly, I know the ref probably didn't want to stop it, but ref probably should have stopped that because he got up to his feet. He got up slow. You could tell that the lights were kind of flickering. Yeah,
I thought they was gonna stop it off the second knockdown because it like, but somebody would be like, no, like we paying these niggas too much money to y'all stop it like that. I need that. Somebody got to get put out. You got an old yeller, some motherfucker in here.
At the end of the sentence, basically. I need an exclamation point at the paragraph.
Yeah. Nah, we don't want a period or a comma. We need an exclamation point with a highlighter.
We need 3 exclamation points with different highlighters.
Yeah, and Joshua just when he walked forward and threw that final cross. That cross. The funny thing is too is that cross. He put. You can tell he put weight on it. Like it was subtle, but he put some real weight on that shit.
See, and that's the thing. Like when you let them niggas, when a novice level Ngannou nigga let a guy like AJ come toward him or be the one who has to counter, that's the shit you open up for niggas to tee off on you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're pushing a nigga back, like there might be the chance that this is a dude you're fighting doesn't fight as well going backwards. Because remember, there's top level world class guys who can't fight going backwards.
That's right.
So you might have a chance, but forward, and you just let this nigga pick it. Like, hold on, all right.
Mm-hmm. That dude was out cold. Like honestly, I thought Joshua went and killed this nigga for a minute because dude was lying there like a newborn, like he wasn't moving or nothing. Like dude was.
Dude, you mentioned the Tyson fight. I mean, you mentioned Tyson. He landed like one of Tyson opponents. That ETN KO.
Yeah.
With the leg almost snapped from under him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, it didn't need to get to that point, but that was the emphasis because that had to kill number one. Like that's how a professional boxer operates, and and number two is ain't no Fury bullshit, none of that shit. So it's just like it was perfect. And that's what it needed to be because all the MMA and MMA, some of the MMA fighters, they were hating hard.
Of course. Oh, we about to deal with them niggas. Hold on, let me just because Miss Bitch got like the commenting. AJ does better against tall fighters. Now he does better against niggas who can't box for shit. The coward Fury never gonna fight Usyk. Nah, they gonna fight. Or they gonna have Fury on the run, or all the money they done been giving that nigga family. Motivated and hungry AJ is top level. You damn right. Mm-hmm. AJ needs a trainer like Calvin Ford or Abel Sanchez to teach him that pressure fighting style. Has all the advantages. I kind of like what he is now. He don't need to go to nobody else. Like stick what he has. Mm-hmm. But AJ as a pressure style is like one of the most intimidating, dangerous fighters you could have. Like that's one dude I wouldn't want to fight AJ when he's in that mode. Like, nah, it looked like he could just do what he want and you'd be suffering. If a white tiger fought a black panther, damn well Shuttleworth going with the white tiger. Is the white tiger from Florida? Damn, like, geez, what is this? Like, who the fuck else light skinned on? I be picking in fights, like, like, come on, like, damn. Like,
and then Rob D, it was a big time knockout. It was a trip seeing Ngannou fall multiple times and getting knocked down like that. I know he's UFC before, but shit, yeah. I mean, it happens, like I said, because sometimes, like most UFC fighters, you can get hit with 4-ounce gloves or get hit upside the head with knees and kicks and shit like that. But a boxer that that knows that that's good, that actually has that's good with his hands, like noses, that has that punches all the damn time. That's power. Like that's how you develop it. Like
he punches correctly all the damn time.
Yeah.
Hold on, who's damn lifting plates in the yard?
That must be Pilot.
This nigga about to damn do a hit like 2 caddies. Like I fucks with it. Like nigga, I'm trying to get my workout after this. But that's the thing, bro. Fucking the gloves at MMA, they're smaller and shit, and you gotta hit niggas perfectly and shit. Like boxing, the gloves, your hands are more protected, so you subconsciously throw harder. Even the lightest punching niggas gonna throw harder in boxing gloves.
Right.
You seen how the old man explained it in the first Undisputed.
Right.
Niggas just trying to on that bare knuckle shit. Then he was like, huh? Nah, put those gloves, motherfucker. Like we want niggas to really throw all that damn. Nah, and that's why I say like boxing once again. Boxing remains the best martial art to learn. Is the most practical. Is the best. Is number one. It's striking. Most fights are striking matches, and whoever strikes faster, better, or more aware to being struck at, fucking wins.
And we're saying this too because we're not. I mean, some of us have done the other martial arts other than boxing. In fact, we encourage it for the most part.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on, me and Pat. Like, we've studied different martial arts. Like, I know. Like, if I could start all over, I would do boxing first, but I didn't. Like, I ended up doing boxing last, and it was the last and final real discipline I kept at. Like, and it's just serious. You're not gonna learn the type of distance and striking and learning to avoid punches like you will in boxing. Like you just don't. Like a lot of that slam takedown bullshit. Regular street fighter niggas who fight all the time in the streets throwing hands, they stuff them shits down regularly, nigga. They know the distance to fucking throw hands. So a lot of people think that boxing is just top heavy, where you're only using your torso and up above.
Right. And
you're using your feet.
And on top of that, that boxers don't learn dirty shit too, which is another thing. Like there's a lot of things in you learn in the boxing gyms that they may be illegal in the ring, but yeah, like I said, you learn some shit. Like hell, even Balrog and Street Fighter. Like, what do you think? I mean, like all the shit that Balrog used to do in there, like that's shit like headbutts and arm locks. That's a whole thing. Hitting knees and shit like that. It's like hitting hips. Like, yeah.
Watch Holyfield versus Ruiz 1 and tell me there ain't no dirty boxing.
Yeah.
Like that nigga, that's a template. Like, come on. It's like y'all don't understand. Like, all fights go to the ground. Yes, when a motherfucker knock you, your senses loose. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all just say a bunch of half-ass cliches thinking y'all know the game, but y'all ain't shit.
Yeah, because I'm tired of people, like, boxing is a gentleman's sport, yes, but I'm tired of people thinking that boxing, like, it's just like this, and MMA is just everything. Like, no, you learn a lot of shit that's illegal in boxing. Like, that's the whole reason why rabbit punches are illegal, because if you hit someone with a rabbit, you can kill them. Or, it's like, these are shit, like, it's not that much different from MMA. It's just more focused on your hands and your ability to not take punches.
Say, oh, you gotta avoid kicks and elbows and knees. I'm like, dude, in a real fight, you don't know what the fuck's gonna get thrown at you. But when you know how to strike, you're defensively aware and alert for everything. Like that's what niggas who don't fight would say stupid shit like that.
Right.
Like, come on, man. But hold on, let me see. I see Rob asked something. Some boxing gloves have less padding, like horsehair ones. Yep. Padding on MMA gloves over the knuckles is the same. Rob, the question for y'all: does the bar weight count? I got a new high I never thought I'd reach in life from someone that never was active growing up. But yeah, they're smaller. Oh no, hold on. That's it. Okay, Rob. You mean for the Olympic bar, like for bench pressing? Like what, 45 pounds? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that counts. Unless you got something smaller, then yeah, you gotta just do what it do. Yeah. Then I mean, you gotta put you gotta put heavier plates on it.
Right. But Android, boxing has to go forward. This is management overall nuance. It's every possible like an angle, like a protractor, different styles like we saw for rough housing, like crossbow. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, because like your average pro boxer, like I said, they fight within rules. But like I said, if you fight them out there and you make them fight dirty, they will hurt you bad. They will hurt you incredibly bad.
And that's the thing, like, and the thing is, if Ngannou and Joshua was to fight in the Street Fighter setting, you know, when they're round one or the day you about to put the token in and these niggas in front of the damn skyscraper, the same thing would happen.
Right.
Joshua would try to strike with, Ngannou would try to strike with Joshua, and Joshua would just line him up and dust him off like that. He'll clip him with a big shot. By the time the third knockdown came, Joshua was already lining them up for the kill shot.
Right.
Like, that shit ain't changing. Like, you're not gonna try to tackle a nigga on concrete like that and try to arm bar a nigga and all that stupid shit. You gonna try to strike that nigga and kicking. Yeah, y'all niggas, I get the kicks and shit, but somebody who has in boxing, once again, GOAT distance and GOAT footworking abilities, they're not just gonna stand there and let you kick. They're gonna be moving around. And if they catch you off balance or during the recoil moment of that kick, you might get struck hard.
Yeah.
Pause. Like, you might get bowed. Like, oh shit. Like, the fuck? Like, come on. Like, don't play around. Okay, hold on. He said I put up my own weight 190 4 times. That's good. I mean, if you putting up your own weight, that's what's up. Like, keep doing that shit. Like, by next week, you should be able to put that shit up 6 times. But what you got to do is don't wear yourself out. Like, do less reps to get to that, and then fucking try to do more for that.
And Rob D says it's crazy though. I've seen Ngannou knock dudes out hard as fuck. He ain't gay. I take it. Yeah. Like I said, like Ngannou, like his knockouts are not necessarily, like, they're not boxing knockouts. He's swinging because he hits. He does hit hard for MMA.
Yeah, it's the Bob Sapp knockouts.
Yeah,
it's the sheer power and force. Like this is the thing. Like, boxing, if you learn correctly, you learn how to put 100% of your body and align the 4 quadrants of your stance into the punch. Some people only could get one right. They'll turn the fist over, but the shoulder ain't locked, or they'll drop their knee, but they don't rotate the hip. Or they'll drop their knee, but they don't turn the fist over. You got to do all 4. And a lot of big niggas like that who are just big and they got the leverage, they're just throwing from the shoulders or the upper body. Clarissa Shields is like that. She throws from her upper body. And when she does bend her knee, she does have a little more arc on the shot. But since she doesn't turn the fist over, since she doesn't rotate her hip, the fucking the punches she don't get the knockouts. The punches miss that last fucking impact, that jolt. That jolt is what lifts you off your feet. That's the shit that gets you going back.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Shuttleworth on Bill Haney, light skin payroll. I mean, that's why Mayweather would never fuck with Shuttleworth. Imagine Jeff calling Shuttleworth cracker every time he comes to the gym. Yo, what the fuck?
That's some random ass shit, yo.
That's a random ass shit. Like, imagine that nigga just go to the gym and he's like, yo, what up, cracker? Like, yeah, we be fighting. Yeah, fuck that. I ain't gonna be taking that too much to that. Like, unless I call you something else equally as bad. Then.
Well, I will say this though. I mean, I like how the fact that Joshua didn't take any real gratification for actually doing it. Like, I think he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it.
He had to, for boxing, he had to do it. For as heavyweight boxing, like, that's the dominant dude. Look, nobody should want to meet Anthony Joshua in a dark alley and have to throw hands. As heavyweight champion, it's like you have a responsibility to have that aura about yourself. Like all that MMA shit, no one really looks at these guys as the elite, because we know these dudes are just swinging, clubbing at you. No one's gonna be like, oh shit, he's gonna do some Kent Shamrock heel fucking ankle lock. Nah, and Ken Shamrock wouldn't do that in no fucking street fight. He knows better. So niggas just know what to expect. With boxing, you're looking at see even the biggest dude to move quicker than the fucking average Joe and pop your ass.
Yeah, no, and like I said, it was good that that he gave Ngannou encouragement. It's like, yo, don't quit this, because Ngannou obviously, like, for he's 0-2, but he gave, he has a split decision loss to the current heavyweight champion, and he's made $30 million, in 2 fights.
He don't have to box ever again, really. I know PFL signed him, but PFL signed, they just signed other guys for, like, is he like, PFL or whatever, they signed them as a sport agency because they're letting all their guys fight on different, platforms. They just signed them just to have the name recognition, you know what I mean?
When's Savannah Marshall fighting?
Yeah, Savannah Marshall. I think what's her name was just, Clarissa Shields was just on there. You know what I'm saying?
But at least Clarissa Shields will be fighting. All these other niggas they be signing, I never see them fight.
They just signed them just to have the name.
Savannah Marshall they signed, and I'm like, when's she fighting?
Exactly. They just have their name there just for value. They signed Amanda Serrano too. Amanda Serrano ain't fought in a while in MMA. I know she fought there before. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it just makes you think, like, are they? Seem like PFL's just trying to get the era money or something. Yeah, the gun don't have to fight you, as the MMA ever again if you don't want him. He's like almost pushing 40.
I'm cool because cause the UFC is going through I want to say downward spiral, but it's at a slant. It's at a decrease because one, it's like they don't have any stars right now, and
they try to make
boxing is doing so much better. It's looking even worse than it normally would. See, if boxing was struggling, you'd have UFC trying to be like, well, they try to do all the real fights, fight all the real fighters, fight the best over here, yada. But now people are seeing like, hold on, we're getting that in boxing now too. What the fuck are you talking about? Then they look a little more closely and they're looking at it like, hold on, wait. This guy works at Wendy's and he just started MMA 3 years ago. He's 27. This dude worked at TJ Maxx and he just started 5 years ago. He's a security guard at Wackett Hut. They're both 7-0. The best fighting the best.
Yeah.
With boxing, we'd be like, best fighting the best. You'd be like, okay, both were on the Olympic teams for their country. Both undefeated. One's a puncher from Argentina. The other one's unheralded Asian from the Philippines. They're 12-0 with 10 knockouts each. The best fighting the best. Like, you know what I mean? Like we'll all be like, yeah, nigga, the main event ain't really popping, but yo, this fight right here, Pat, what you said is gonna steal the fight of the night. Like, that's how boxing end up being. Like, MMA, UFC, y'all ain't got that right now. I remember when y'all had the George St. Pierre's and John Jones and the Silvas and all that. Boxing, we took all y'all niggas now.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul been just dusting them off.
Right.
Now we making money within boxing. He's fighting Tyson. Y'all ain't even got no more niggas. He fighting niggas that was legends 30 years ago.
Nah, I watch UFC when, especially Saturday with no boxing on, really for the most part.
Nigga, fuck that. Yo, Saturday there was no boxing. Nigga, I was boxing. Fuck that. I'm gonna replace boxing.
But what I'm saying is, they try to masquerade these guys as stars that aren't really stars. It's like WWE now. It's like they push these niggas that aren't really superstars but have undefeated records. You know what I'm saying? And getting the easier out the championship and making them attractions. So they're
making Ant-Man turn into Iron Man. Yeah. Like, that's what they're doing, and the public kind of know. the public realize what's going on, because when they look over at DC or boxing or whatever the fuck you want to analogy you want to choose, they're like, hold on, these niggas is making Wonder Woman. These niggas is making Aquaman, and now he fighting Black Manta. These like you're getting everything you want over there, and the UFC is like, niggas is just giving you some shit, hoping that you're not up on things to realize you getting a chicken shit sandwich instead of a chicken sandwich.
Facts.
So that's what it is. That's what's going on, and until y'all just start paying more people, the ramifications of this, like y'all don't like. Yeah, one thing before we close this out, y'all don't understand the ramifications for this. Boxing is slowly taking over as like the young nigga fighting sport. Like kids ain't really like, people ain't looking at MMA as the like, oh yeah, you're the badass now. There's no more era of motherfuckers with tattoos and affliction t-shirts. That shit is dead. You'll see the goddamn Dragon Ball Z shirts come back before that shit come back.
And that's true, because obviously Jake Paul, but I mean even real boxers, Ryan Garcia, Tank,
boxing as a whole just got popular, bro.
I'm saying Ryan Garcia and Tank are both relatively young. Tank, pushing 30, we know, but Tank got the urban youth. Whenever Tank gets in some shit, Tank's always, the attachment to Floyd really helped him. I'm just saying, because he's all over the shit.
It's just boxing in general. Like, even if you could say Tank's not fighting the right... Look, you could say Tank and Canelo ain't fighting the niggas who they supposed to be fighting, and boxing is still doing better than ever. The last 2 years, 3 years, it's been rebuilding, and boom, boom, boom. It's like it peaked in 2019, and then it started from square one at 2020 and went back to the peak level again. UFC, that shit's been going down that whole time. Boxing been crawling back up, and people, hold on, let me back the comments on. Hey, salute Blazing Kiddo, what it do? Accurate Shutter, UFC, y'all marketing. Yeah, man, I be seeing your tweets, man. Shout out to Android, man. Yeah, man, we gotta get you up here spitting bars, man. We gotta be tag teaming these motherfuckers. What up? What's with your name, Shutter? I mean, it's exactly what it is, bro. I mean, no hard feelings, but boxing is better than MMA. It just is. Like, ain't no MMA. I ain't seen no MMA nigga knock a boxing motherfucker out like that yet. Yeah, don't give me no bullshit ass. Oh, one single leg takedown and we roll on the floor, pay patty cake. Jake made 30 mil fighting Tommy Fury. I don't think he made that much, but goddamn, if he did, wow, shit. Nigga, I'll buy a whole island and just make it for boxing. They got all these megaphone loud mouths like Joe Rogan brainwashing people. But yeah, these influencers aren't doing MMA. Exactly. And that's, dude, no one's gonna be, bro. No one's gonna be fucking trying to go to MMA. Like, people are looking at it like, first of all, y'all ain't got a contender. Y'all ain't got that UFC contender series show no more. Boxing could strive without it because we got so many. They need it bad, bro. Because I was gonna say boxing could survive without it because you got so many personalities in YouTube and social media. UFC don't have that. But now, say what you was about to say.
I was gonna say to Blazing Killer. Yes, I mentioned that last week about Anthony Pettis having a winner for Roy Jones. Yes, I mentioned that.
Dude, hold on, wait. What is this? This Coming to America? Is this the barbershop scene from Coming to America? Are we really bragging about beating Joe Louis at 100 years old? You beat Roy Jones when he was 75 fucking years old.
I hate it for Roy Jones.
Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, fucking what's his name? Ray Mercer knocking niggas out who was a champion a year earlier. Get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, man. It's levels. Like, look, UFC on boxing dick so hard, y'all gotta bring boxers to y'all video game. Ain't nobody asking to play for fucking Anderson Silva in Fight Night.
Although I would though, because so
yeah, we would. Okay, but all right, hold on. Ain't no one asking to play fucking BJ Flores and no, wait, hold on.
Nah,
no one's asking to be fucking George St. Pierre in fucking Fight Night.
Yeah.
No one's asking for that. No one wants to be fucking Randy Couture in Fight Night, bro.
Or Chuck Liddell.
But if UFC come out and the nigga's like, oh shit, I could be Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. Hold on. I could be Anthony Joshua. I could be Mike Tyson. I could be Tyson Fury. I could be Bruce Lee. Like, what the fuck? Like, get out of here. Like,
even to the Mexican community, I'm sure like Canelo's a heavy influence. Obviously.
Yeah, like y'all, the UFC just can't compete right now. Like, come on. Anderson Silva beat Chavez. Look at that Chavez. Like, I don't even. Anderson Silva wouldn't do that to his dad. Like.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I mean, overall, I mean, hopefully these things will understand that MMA fights have to give boxers some respect. Like, if you want to cross over into the boxing world, yeah, you gotta make sure you gotta get your skills up. Because, like I said, that is a brutal. Because that was a brutal reminder of what would happen if you don't take boxing seriously. Because boxing is a serious sport. You can get your brain shook in there, just like a knee to the head or a kick to the head if you're not careful. So it's just like.
But Joe Rogan said it's not a real fight.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like I said, shout out for Joshua for doing what he had to do, and Ngannou for at least being a good sport about it. And like I said, Ngannou, like I said, if he's serious about this, he would take some lower level fights. Like, don't even be on some main event shit. Like, just take, and at least try to get some wins on your fucking record, and then see if you're, because like I said, the more wins you can get, I mean, and obviously maybe you might get one actual big title fight or whatever. But yeah, you gotta start from scratch. You gotta start from the drawing board again. Like, you gotta do that.
Yeah, that's if he wants to. He's made enough money for like 5 lifetimes. Like,
yeah.
But if he wants to keep at it, you're right. He got to do it. He got to do it from square one. Like, it's like, honestly, I felt like he beat the video game, and now like he has to just play it from the beginning.
Right.
But now, see, Blazing Killer, I don't even have to say nothing else because Miss Bitch is like owning this shit. Like, and Chavez Jr. is a garbage fighter, though. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And look who Silva lost to. Like, Jake Paul, nigga. Like, come on. I ain't gotta say nothing. Like, she said it. Like, come on. Like, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like UFC, y'all might have next in like maybe 5 years. The pendulum of the universal balance might swing the opposite way. It eventually does. But this is boxing time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
sorry, not sorry.
But yeah, I think we gave this enough bars or whatever.